Hello there. Welcome to another Your Lurgan podcast. I'm Donagh McKeown and, well, no Michael Scott today. He having a well-earned break. I'm here on my own. Would you hold my hand? I don't think I'm that scared or scary. Let's hope. So let's look back at some of the things I've been up to over the last week or so here on Your Lurgan. You may have caught this towards the start of the week. Monday, we were able to bring you the story of Aeon Arts and their fun day. It all happened in the hub, which is in William Street in Lurgan. It's kind of an A.E. Russell centre, if you like. And the lady who was bringing us that was Ursula Layton. She has been having classes over the last number of weeks for young people to enjoy art. And let's have a look at how we got on at that.
It's been basically a combination of work that I've been doing with the children in the Lurgan community for about 3 weeks, starting with the children that are in the Osmond Centre. Then I got some interest from family and friends, their children, and it's just kind of grown from there. Basically, the children have been involved in t-shirt painting, murals, they've been making lanterns, decorating umbrellas with positive affirmations. All of their work will be permanently then on display in the courtyard of the St Vincent de Paul.
So what are you actually doing here?
Plotting beads into it.
And you're braiding it a long time? How does it feel to you getting your hair done like this?
Weird.
Weird? And it's a 2-person process. You're holding the hair apart, and you're doing the braiding.
Yeah.
Cool. Could you do this for me?
Put a bit of sellotape on, yeah.
And some hair. I know what you're saying. Just what I needed.
Wonder Woman is going to sort you
Oh,
out.
thank you, Wonder Woman. So now that I've got my hair, I'm going to get my hair braided back over here. So excuse me, girls, could you braid my hair now? Oh, there. I think they say yes.
I'm going to be a mermaid today. I always loved Ariel, and the children are going to get a chance to splat me, but not too hard, Katrina. Okay.
You're braver than me.
Right. Go. Yeah. No, aim for the face. Hang on. Wait.
Really?
Oh, these boys are pretty active.
People's gonna ruin your makeup.
Go.
Oh,
Yes. The Davog, the littlest.
they were all throwing water bombs at you.
Yes, I know. That was just, again, I believe you can't expect children to do something that you're not going to do yourself. And I am quite a fun person, and yeah, it was their way of just getting me back for maybe making them clean up during the week.
I think the idea of a wig was good, but I didn't manage to bring it home with me, so it isn't here on the podcast today. I bet you're sorry about that. By the way, if you want to get in touch with us at any stage, either via Facebook, you could do so, or you can write to us at info@yourlurgan.com. Give us your thoughts or give us your ideas. Perhaps you like the podcast to come from your house or your location or whatever it might be. Or if you have a story you think you'd like myself and others to go out and to cover. Well, it was out and about, busy week in that respect. I got to hear about Mary's Meals from a group of people local to the area who were taking part in a much bigger project. Mary's Meals tries to gather funds for people in Africa, young people, school-going children, to provide them with a daily meal, which allows them to study and allows them to survive, basically, in many ways. The local group was headed up by Shamie Mallon, and we got to speak to himself and the coordinators of this event, a walk that took place from just beside St Paul's Church on the Portadown Road in Lurgan, right over to Portadown itself.
So I'm Aeon McKeown and I represent Mary's Meals.
And what is Mary's Meals?
So we're an international charity. We feed children in some of the world's poorest countries with a daily meal at school. So they get that meal at school, and that encourages them into the classroom and keeps them coming to school so that they can get an education, so that they can lift, they'll be the ones that will lift their countries out of poverty.
And we're talking about countries that really need our help. It's not just locally, it's not just Scotland, Wales or whatever. This is into Africa and different places that are really not having the economies to support such things.
Yes, exactly. The places where, children don't typically finish primary school. So this is their chance, to get into school and stay in school. And it's the local people who are supporting it there as well. They're the ones feeding, cooking the food and providing it.
Who came up with this idea? Was it a Mary or was it a different group?
So it's started by a Scottish guy, Magnus, and he started in Scotland, and Mary, he's Christian origins, so he named it after Mary because she would be someone who would know about poverty and she would have that experience as well.
Have you been able to go out and visit all the places that he's been out to? I know Malawi's on the list and there's a few others. Have you been to visit some of the places where you actually provide the meals?
No, but I think, even though we haven't been there, it's that thing of, food. Everybody needs food. It's worldwide, so everybody can kind of connect with that, that need for food.
There's a bundle of people behind you who are taking part in this walk. We're going to talk to Shamie, who's arranged this locally. Shamie, you're somebody who provides meals for people.
Yes,
that's
right.
You're in the trade of doing that. Come on, a wee bit closer, because we want to show your good looks off here.
I'm a local butcher here.
So Shamie Mallon,
that's right.
Based in where?
Well, it's a family business, Charlie Mallon's Butchers. My daddy and I started the business about 50 years ago now, just over 50 years. I have a shop here in Lurgan, a shop in Creaney, where I work, and then there's also 2 shops in Portdown and a couple in Belfast as well.
What drew you to this charity?
Well, one of my friends, Donagh McKeown, he has been raising money for Mary's Meals for a number of years, and he was always on to me about doing the walks for Mary's Meals, and I didn't really know anything about it. But then I looked more into it, and I seen the good work that they were doing, and I really then thought, yes, this is a very worthwhile charity. They feed over 2 million children in 20 countries around the world. It was founded by Magnus McFarlane Barrow 20 years ago. So he grew the charity from his base in the north of Scotland, and it's grown and grown, and from that work now I have volunteers raising money for Mary's Meals throughout the year.
And you can find out more about Mary's Meals both on the Facebook pages of Mary's Meals and indeed on the Your Lurgan website and indeed Facebook page as well, if you like to contribute or perhaps help in future events. Also with us on the podcast today, we get a flavour of some of the sporting activities that are going on. I was invited by Eugene Creaney to go along and meet Daire Toman. Daire is a martial arts expert based in Lurgan, and he's standing for the title of Irish champion at bantamweight in the MMS group of events that are coming up a little later in the year.
Or when say any kid looking to come in and the youngsters looking to start off, what would you say to them?
Yeah, just come down, give it a try. The kids classes and teens classes are on Mondays. The times are on the Instagram page, or just drop me a message. Any of the teens and kids, they'll need to bring an adult down with them at the start just to sign the wee paperwork and stuff.
Do you want to take a wee scoot in, Mr. McKeown, and we'll see what we can find out?
Go on ahead.
Make sure we get our signal.
Warm in here. You just feel the heat as soon as you walk in.
A wee bit of an atmosphere building up here, Daire, behind us, and this is your standard Thursday night boxing session.
Class. The boys are just getting warmed up here, so they are.
Yeah.
Just doing a bit of moving about, a bit of light shadow boxing drills.
Yeah. A couple of belts up there at high level there, Donald's pointing out.
2 amateur titles. This one here on the left, that's the Clan Wars amateur belt.
This is the one, the white one?
Yes, the silver and gold one. And then this gold one here is the Kuma Fighting Championships. That's their amateur title as well. They sort of haven't been running from before COVID, but I think they're talking about running a show here again, so it would be nice to get in and compete for their professional title too. So it would. So.
And as far as Clan Wars is concerned, I know you're involved in it as well. Is there any big fights happening on the night that you'd like to watch?
Yes, my teammate.
Have you got time to do it?
My teammate Kieran Brady is fighting on the night as well. Kieran's started his MMA journey with me, and now he's my teammate up in Newry. So we travel up and down to Newry about 5-6 days a week.
I think, Mister,
I'm looking forward to seeing.
You need to take your shoes off, Donagh. I wonder what Daire notice if you took your shoes off.
Oh, I'll notice.
Team Torres. Mr. McKeown's got in, he's taking his shoes off, so we're happy enough. Maybe we should just walk across here, Daire, to the front. We'll not go in, lads, don't worry. I'm in enough trouble as it is without starting anymore. But we're getting the good up front here. The sweat's pouring out of the boys here, but going really well. So there's a wee bit of touch boxing busy at the start.
Yeah, just to get warmed up, get their reflexes going.
Yeah, brilliant. Any good prospects about the place?
Yes, we'll have Donagh Martin at the back. I just agreed for him today to fight on Ryan Green's show in the Seagull in September. I think it's the week after my fight.
Yeah.
A big thank you to Eugene Creaney, who keeps us updated with all sorts of sports, mostly Gaelic games, but also other sports. So thank you for the invitation. Daire, the best of luck to you in your upcoming challenges, as it were. And we'll be out and about, I'm sure, with Eugene in the coming days and weeks again. You can check all of that out on our Facebook page and indeed on our webpage. It's www.yourlurgan.com. And if you go there, you have the opportunity to sign up for our regular email output. You can be on the list for that, then be kept very much up to date on your phone, on your iPad, on your laptop, whatever it might be. And then you're in touch, just like myself. I'm in touch often, sometimes with myself. This weekend, I've been at the Hiking for Little Heroes event that's been happening around the lakes of Craigavon. It's for the Cancer Fund for Children, and Hiking for Little Heroes was what they were doing before. 24 hours for local Little Heroes this time. And I got to find out about the event, which started at 11 a.m. on Saturday and finished just at 11 a.m. this very morning. About 800 participants. I got to find out from a lovely person who was able to tell me all about this, Patricia McAllister.
Friends of the Family, this charity has been set up through Be Positive today, and it's their event. We're raising money, as you said, for Daisy Lodge. Daisy Lodge helped Adam and the family through difficult times. Unfortunately now Adam passed away during the week, and a lot of people are out here to show their support to the family.
And of course that was unforeseen. This has been arranged for quite a while then.
Yes.
How old was Adam?
9.
And a sufferer of cancer, children's cancer. Very prevalent throughout, not just Northern Ireland, throughout the world.
And that's what the Be Positive charity is basically what they want to do. There's other families going through difficult times, and will continue to be more families, unfortunately, that have to go through this journey. And it was Adam's wish that we would raise money to help those people. So even though Adam was struggling, he wanted to help other people and other families.
Are you part of the Be Positive group then?
Absolutely, yes.
So why are you involved in that, and what's its ethos?
It gives us an opportunity to give back and show what we thought of Adam and Adam's spirit, and basically we want to be more like Adam and his attitude towards helping others.
We talked to someone briefly, but they've gone now. One of the teachers from the school.
Yes, the Abercorn Primary School in Banbridge, where Adam attended.
And he was a pupil. She was talking highly of him. She talked about if I remember, an old person on a young person's shoulders.
Very much so. Adam put a lot of us in our place and had a lot of wise words for us. A straight talker. Some people would say no filter, but that was a great quality that Adam had and shared with us all.
24 Hours for Little Heroes continues right through until much later, till 11 o'clock tomorrow. And the lakes, if you don't believe us, if I can squeeze this round, just behind us there. Here's a tent, a village tent. Of course, we managed to put the flag in front of it. That was my decision. And there's that village of places for relations and the like to be able to stand. Really worthwhile to come along and see this on a beautiful day. It's overcast, that's for sure. And it looks as if it's going to stay dry. If we could spin round a little further, I can show you that the track is there just behind the Civic Centre itself. These people are there. There's a most beautiful Cocker Spaniel there just enjoying himself on the day. Lots of people getting lots of water because that's necessary on a day like today. And it's all for 24 hours for Little Heroes, and all the proceeds, as you can see, going to Daisy Lodge Cancer Fund for Children. Big thank you to Patricia McAllister and all the coordinators of that event at the Lakes. Perhaps you were there yourself. That's it for this week, a shortened podcast. Well, I'm fairly short anyway. And I appreciate you joining us. My name is Donagh McKeown. Rest assured, Michael Scott will be back with us next week. And before all of that, a few activities during the week. I caught up with a local musician. I know that's happening. We'll also be catching up with other events. And if you want to get in touch and tell us about those local events, we'd much appreciate it. The place to find us is on www.yourlurgan.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on TikTok and just about every social media you can think of, and especially word of mouth. That's the one that really works. Tell your friends, your children, your grandparents, whoever you know that Your Lurgan exists. We're always glad to hear from you. info@yourlurgan.com. So that's it for this Sunday. I'm Donagh McKeown. Thank you very much for joining us on another Your Lurgan podcast.